Hello world! So today I have something pretty cool to show you guys. I'm going to show you a survival-friendly method of hiding secrets in the middle of the air. So as you can see, there is a great chasm in front of us with what looks like something important on the other side. So let's just bridge across really quickly and see what we can find. Now that we are across, we can clearly see, nothing. Nothing happened at all. That is because in order to solve this puzzle, we must bridge across in a certain pattern. So let's rewind and try that again. And there we have it. We now have access to a super cool transition. As you can see, this concept uses daylight sensors and a little bit of redstone. Although on the surface the principle behind this concept may seem rather simple, it can actually be a little bit tricky. In order to better understand how this system works, we first need to understand how daylight sensors receive light and how it can be manipulated. So here we have a daylight sensor with full signal strength. Now the redstone length can be reduced by placing blocks above the daylight sensor. In order to continue decreasing the signal strength, more and more blocks must be placed above it exponentially. For example, in order to decrease the signal length by 1, only 1 block must be placed above it. In order to decrease the signal by 2, 5 blocks must be placed above it. To decrease it by 3, 13 blocks must be placed above it, and so on and so forth. This mechanic behind daylight sensors can be used to create paths. Because the elevation of the blocks doesn't matter, we are able to split it up. One half goes to the top of the world to be hidden, and the other half is what the player creates while bridging. By linking up sensors and covering up certain areas, we can create basic shapes and paths. If all the blocks are filled out, then the output from the sensors will activate. However, if only one block is missing, then not all the signals will be activated. That means that the player must fill out the entire shape or path correctly, or else it will not work. Because of the fact that the solution is based on specific block placement in a particular shape, it makes it an excellent method of hiding things in survival. I must also point out that the design can be modified to use less redstone-related resources. This is done by simply expanding the size of the sun blockers. The only drawback to this is the fact that the amount of blocks you will need to block out the sun increases dramatically, and can very easily reveal a secret path. In most cases, this would not be very practical, but I thought I would let you know anyway. There's also one more thing I would like to mention, and that is the fact that this device is daylight sensitive, meaning it will only work for the time of day it was programmed for. If it was programmed for midday and it becomes evening, then all the daylight sensors will receive less light, thereby activating the output, which is not what we want. This can be fixed by simply adding an inverted daylight sensor to activate when the lighting does not match the main circuit's design. In reality, this mechanic makes the concept even harder to crack, as it can only be activated at certain windows of time. And that is all there is to it. A relatively simple concept that allows you to hide things in plain sight. It is even survival friendly, so that is always a plus. I hope you enjoyed this concept. If you did, then a like is always appreciated. For now though, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.